The UH football team returned home today, and since they have a bye next week, they not only have 2 weeks to prepare for San Jose State, but also 2 weeks to get healthy. And it couldn't begin soon enough for Tyler Grunke. The quarterback is expected to get an MRI on his hand today. The QB banged up his throwing hand in the first half and could not finish the game against OSU. But while Grunke is expected to play again in 2008, the news is not so good for offensive lineman Keith Asun. The senior left the game for good in the first quarter, and as Coach McMackin told Liz Chun on the Coaches Show, the outlook does not look good.
Keith Asun, I feel so terrible about him getting hurt because he was filling in for another player and playing out of position, and I just feel terrible about that, and I don't know if we're going to get him back. But
game plan going into the game, and we just didn't execute on all 3 phases of the game or whatever, so it's going to be hard to swallow, trying to think about it for 2 weeks, but it's going to be a long 2 weeks until we get ready to play San Jose.
How's it going, everybody? 1-2 Warrior football team returned home today following yesterday's 45-7 defeat to the Beavers of Oregon State. Now, UH struck first on Damian grad Kealoha Polaris' 15-yard touchdown run in the first quarter, but from there on out, Beaver defense pitched a shutout, holding the Warrior offense to 211 yards on the day, the lowest output in a game since the 0-12 season of 1998, as UH logged only 14 first downs and went 1 for 11 on third down conversions. In Hawaii's 2 losses this season, they've been outscored 101-17.
As a leader, I just really want to see what we're made about, what we're made of, and I think we got a lot of soul-searching, and this is a great opportunity because we're heading to WAC games. And at this point, we got to see what we really want to do. This is a turning point for our season, and this is my last season, and a lot of guys' last season. So we got to really see what we want.
The attitude of the whole team needs to be changed. I think everyone knows, what we need to do and what we need to change or whatever. And it's all about, getting it done. I think a couple guys emphasized that after the game, and I think we'll be fine. We're ready to go for conference. That's the most important thing.
We have an opportunity to actually win the WAC, and so definitely we got to get back to work, and we have to really see what we want to do.
Now, to add salt to the wound, handful of high-profile injuries took place in Corvallis. Starting quarterback Tyler Grunke left the game in the third quarter following a devastating hit by Slade Norris. He will undergo x-rays on his wrist and thumb tomorrow. Running backs Leon Wright-Jackson, Daniel Libre, both re-aggravated injuries, and also being evaluated senior offensive lineman Keith Asun, who went down in the first quarter with a knee injury. Now, UH will have the week to rest before opening WAC play against San Jose State on September 27th. SJSU now 2-1 after a 35-10 victory over San Diego State yesterday. Warriors have won 7 straight against the Spartans and 8 of their last 9 meetings.
Buddy, let's talk sports. 3 games into the season and a whole lot of questions remain for the UH Warrior football team. Hawaii returned home today battered and bruised following yesterday's 45-7 road debacle at Oregon State. Now strapped with a 1-2 overall record featuring 2 blowout losses away from home, the Warriors are wondering what it'll take to turn things around and once again wondering who the starting quarterback is going to be. Let's relive this one, as unpleasant as it may be for UH fans. Started pretty well. Hawaii scoring on its first possession, going 73 yards in 6 plays, ending with the Tyler Grunke give to Kealoha Polaris, 16-yard touchdown, 7-zip men of Manoa. But that would be the last time Hawaii saw pay dirt. Oregon State evening things up not long after that. Jacquizz Rogers rumbling in for the 3-yard touch. One of 2 scores in the game for Jacquizz, who finished with 26 carries for 112 yards. Second quarter, Lyle Moivau hits Shane Morales in the flats. 8-yard score put the Beavers up 14-7. They added to it with a little over 4 minutes left in the half. Moivau hit Sammy Strotter, 15-yard hookup, 21-7 Oregon State at the break. It just got worse after the intermission. Grunke would leave the game with an injury to his throwing thumb and wrist. He was 12 for 27 with 2 picks at the time. Grunke is scheduled to undergo x-rays. At the time, they called upon last week's starter, Inoke Funaki. His second pass of the game, that's picked, and that eventually led to a touchdown. Beavers scored 45 unanswered to close the game, making it a long trip back to the islands for Hawaii.
We gotta get better. All 3 phases: offense, special teams, defense. We gotta get better. Special teams, we gotta go out there and we gotta, we gotta perform like we did last year, and I think that we will. Coaches will get us ready. I just really want to see what we're made about, what we're made of, and I think we got a lot of soul searching. And this is a great opportunity because we're heading to WAC games, and at this point we gotta see what we really want to do.
It's tough. Especially when we thought we had a good game plan going into the game. and we just didn't execute on all 3 phases of the game or whatever. So it's gonna be hard this fall. Gonna try to think about it for 2 weeks, but it's gonna be a long 2 weeks until we get ready to play San Jose.
Warriors again have a bye this week before jumping into WAC play against Dick Tomey's San Jose State Spartans on the 27th. The bye should come in handy. Aside from Gronky's injury, running back Daniel Libre also re-aggravated a high ankle sprain that kept him out of the Weber State game. And senior lineman Keith Asun went down with a knee injury yesterday.